So today we're going to talk about one of my old favorite topics, low-hanging fruit. Let's go. Redefining the low-hanging fruit to engineer lasting behavior change. Low-hanging fruit. Settling for whatever requires least effort, a lack of discipline, taking the easiest choice available because anyone walking by could reach it. Low hanging fruit is like saying, I'm the best grass collector on earth. I could pick up grass better than you. And if you're in a community where everybody has grass in their front yard, you understand how silly that sounds. The uncomfortable truth about temptation. The first low hanging fruit most people reach for is temptation, simply because it asks the least of us. The easiest choice is usually the one constantly within arm's reach, like candy at the checkout line, cake on the kitchen counter, probably cookies on the kitchen counter, hitting the snooze button, staying on the couch, fast food at every major intersection. If you were hungry and you wanted something healthy to eat right now, if you wanted a lean meal, high protein, some veggies and some fiber, and wasn't over 700 calories or 800 calories, you would have to make that. Or you would have to hunt for a while to find it, and then you would have to go get it and probably pay a lot of money for it. More than likely, if you wanted a hamburger or french fries or anything like that, you could probably get it in 5 minutes. You see which one of those is low hanging fruit. The problem wasn't that the fruit was hanging low, the problem is what was hanging low. Two models of behavior change. We got the willpower model. The core strategy is increase internal strength to resist temptation. Mechanism: fight the existing environment. Energy costs: extremely high cognitive load. Outcome: temporary success, eventual fatigue, high failure rate. The accessibility mode, the core strategy: decrease external friction to access healthy choices. The mechanism: redesign and manipulate the environment. Energy costs: effortless execution. The outcome: automated consistency, sustainable lifestyle change. How can I make the habits I want just as easy as the habits I fight? Calibrating the destination. You cannot design an environment for a lifestyle you don't understand. Use a TDEE calculator for your future self. Lock in the number required to maintain that target body and practice the lifestyle you will eventually have to live anyway. This is how you calibrate your lifestyle. On any calorie calculator, they get your height, weight, age, your sex, and how much you move. And with those things, they calculate how much your body burns every day. But before we move on, I want to emphasize we're picking the weight that we want to be. So everything that I built was based on that. This 2,400 calories was the daily calories of 155-pound man. All right, let's talk about the calorie economy. The target number isn't the problem, it's how you spend it. High quality choices naturally crowd out hunger while leaving room for flexibility. If you have burgers, fries, chips, sodas, cookies, you'll get to 2,400 calories in an instant. If you learn how to eat more satiating meals, meals with more protein, fiber, veggies, and you drink your water and you keep your body full, it takes a lot more food to get up to that 2,400 calories. You end up having free room for all those snacks you enjoy, but you don't have to cut them out totally. If I had 2,400 calories and I only spent 1,900. That leaves me 500 calories to play with. And I know personally that 500 calories is 2 bags of peanut M&Ms. When you're losing a lot of weight, if you lock in on the same amount of calories, that affects your homeostasis. Your body's used to getting the same amount of fuel. It knows exactly what it needs to do with the supply as long as you're consistent with it. Engineering proximity. If you don't enjoy going to the gym, relying on it creates a friction point. For a lifestyle to last, the tools required must be moved directly into your effortless zone. Notice the word effortless zone, not comfort zone. Systematically eliminating what ifs. This is what bulletproofs you. Every time you find a variable that interrupts consistency, solve it by changing the environment, not by forcing more discipline. What if it's raining, too cold, or too hot? That's why I got a walking pad for the house. If it's too hot, I don't have to go outside. Raining, I don't have to go outside. Snowing, I don't have to go outside. I got my steps and I could go up to 6 miles per hour. What if I changed jobs? See, I do pull-ups at my job on my cherry picker. It's probably frowned upon. What if I lost that job? Where would I do my pull-up? Would I want to go to the park every time I needed to do pull-ups? Some people like working out outside. That's cool. That's for them. This is for me. I want everything here. So I got a pull-up and dip station for my house, just like I got my bench and dumbbells. What if my schedule becomes unpredictable? That's why I have my workout bench. You can't see it now, but I got a bench and dumbbells right here. Adjustable bench. Pull-up and dip station is downstairs. Goal weight living ecosystem. Success is not a single isolated choice of willpower. It is a meticulously crafted ecosystem where every needed tool, metric, and nutrient is already waiting for you. Little by little, you build a reality where consistency is the path of least resistance. Redefining the fruit. I didn't just lose the weight. I changed what was easy. I made a calorie target that was familiar. I made walking convenient. I made strength training available at home. Success starts by looking around at your life and asking, what's the easiest thing to reach? Whatever hangs the lowest is usually what you'll grab first. Make sure it's what you actually want. All right, think about that. See you next time.